All right, your bird, you'll notice, is nice and hard, and it's just come out of the kiln. It's not hot anymore, but it is like a cup and saucer at home. If you drop it, it will break. So you do have to carry it very carefully and be careful not to knock anyone else's. The very first thing we need to do, which seems a bit strange, but we're actually going to use a candle to rub around the bottom of this, because glaze has glass in it, and when it melts in the kiln it goes nice and shiny, but it also will stick to the kiln shelf, and I'd probably have to break your bird to get it off, to chip it off. So we have to put wax on the bottom only of the bird, anywhere that it sits on the surface. So if the bottom of your wings here touch the shelf or the desk, you're going to need to rub the wax on there as well. You've got to push quite hard, so hold it in one hand and rub the wax on till when you feel it, you can actually feel the wax is on there. This will act as a resist, which means that if any paint gets on there, it won't stick to it and you'll just be able to wipe the paint off. So the wax makes it a bit slippery, okay? So once you've rubbed really hard and you can feel that waxy coating on there, you can really feel the difference between that and this. This feels kind of dry and this feels a little bit more waxy once you've finished. So once you've given it a really good wax, then we can paint. Now you need a separate paintbrush for each colour so that they don't get mixed up. You have red, yellow and blue. Now, when you take the lid off the pot, you need to be careful it doesn't spill. So just hold the base of the pot and peel the lid off and set it to the side. Again, hold the base of the pot, peel the lid off and hold the base of the pot and peel the lid off. You have one brush for each. The way I've set up the classroom is you're going to do a different colour on a different table. And you leave your brush behind. So you can put your brush on one of the lids like this, once it's got glaze on it, so that the next person can come up and use it, okay? And it won't drip all over the table. Now, when you start painting your glaze on, I don't just want big blobs, which is why I'm giving you smaller ones. I want you to think about the texture of your brush. And you can see that where you push the pasta in over the feathers, if you brush the glaze lightly over the top, it's not going to go into it. So if you want that effect, that's cool. If you want to go into the little gaps in between, you need to push the glaze and brush it into the little specks, okay? So it depends what effect you want. If you want to change colours and do your wings, for example, a different colour, then you do that. You'll notice the red's a bit thicker than the yellow for some reason when we bought the glaze, but I don't think it will affect it. Once you've painted your, I might do the beak a certain colour and maybe the head, do some blue. The blue's going to look cool. Okay? All right.
It actually looks really shiny.
Yeah. Now at the end, when this is dry, I'll be able to put a clear gloss over the top and then I'll stack them back in the kiln and we'll fire them again and they will go, the glaze will cook onto it and it'll go shiny. So I'll show you my example here of one that's been glazed and you can see how shiny the blue goes. Okay?
Awesome.
So at the end of this lesson,
That looks like glass.
Yep. It does. Let's keep quiet, I'm still filming. When you've finished, you need to put your work back on the trolley. You'll notice where I've put the sign for your class. And you need to make sure that you take the right bird. If you're not sure because you can't read the initials under there, because some of the birds look similar, then we'll check on Seesaw, because remember we took a photo of them and loaded them onto Seesaw. So if you're not sure if it's your bird or not, we'll have a look on Seesaw photo, okay, to check. All right, I'm just going to finish filming